Chatty house. We ballin', boy. We going up at the Chatty house. We talk about it all, bring the family out. Sub to the channel, hit the likes now. And we only going up when the lights down. Yeah, we just getting started. Ain't no party like a Chatty house party. We just getting started. Ain't no party like a Chatty house party.
What's up, everybody? Man, he's running a little bit late, so me and Kyron are kind of filling in until he gets here.
No. Don't change the way you started before. Do it like you did when the stream started.
Well, if I did that, there was some F-bombs dropped and some frowns on my face, but
I'll say it. David said this team was fucking ass, and they're fucking ass. We're down by 23 points at half. This is ridiculous.
I mean, I don't even know it's like not like we didn't see this coming or this is a surprise, but it's like, man, you're gonna no show when it counts. I mean, no kind of urgency. Dallas wants it more. Mistakes on defense, turnovers.
That's sad to do it in your own building. I mean, that all these people paid this money to come and watch this game for hopes to move on to the next round so we could possibly play Memphis. And you come out and give the first half performance like this. This is ridiculous. And it'd be one thing if it was just the offense, but defense is just so bad. Also, you gave up 71 points in a half. That's just ridiculous.
So I said a half-crippled Clay has been cooking both Ellis and Carter.
This is what, 2015 Clay right now? What year? What year was that he get like 30-something points on us in a quarter?
Yeah, was it 2015? I don't even know. It's disgusting looking at this right now.
Man,
it's like, man, I mean,
Nathan Correa says, "Is Monty getting fired by midnight?"
I sure hell hope so. Like I said, I in the Discord, I was like, man, jobs need to be lost, trades need to be made. Even if the Kings somehow pulled out a miracle, this team is still ass.
Yeah,
I mean, it is not constructed well. Something needs to happen. I mean, I think we all kind of held out that hope that, they would get this game, get Memphis and make the playoffs. But, man, I think a lot of us in the chat today, on D'Lo and KC, we're talking about, I think there's a real possibility the Kings are going to lose this game. And, we were all looking to, glad it wasn't Golden State.
Ooh.
And I bet you Memphis was hoping it was us.
If this was Golden State and we played this bad against them, man, I don't know, dude. You guys might notice Katrina is not on the stream, but she is in the chat. That's because she is watching this horrific game live at G1C. So enjoy that game, Tasha. I am glad I'm not there. This is sad, dude.
She's probably about 3 chocolate martinis deep right now.
That first quarter was actually not that bad. We were actually up by 2 points. That something happened in that second quarter. We gave them 44 points in the second quarter. You can't do that and expect to win a game. I mean, unless you're giving up 45 points.
Sabonis has been an absolute no-show too. Missing right under the basket. Turning the ball over, getting out rebounded. There's that one when I think it was him, Lyles, and Keegan were all down there. And who was it? PJ Washington grabbed the ball, dunked it. It's like, man, come on.
Well, even he just had a turnover at the end of the half where he was just taking the inbound or I don't know if it's nerves. I don't know if
Levine turning the ball over.
I saw somebody in playback. They were like, "Oh, Grizzlies, there's going to be any." Like, bro, they can't even if Morant didn't play, like the way they play half the time, like there's no for sure wins with this team. You don't know what team's going to show up.
Yeah.
Come on, bro. 71-48. Give me a break. And even like Sin asked me, like, "Are you going to the game?" Like, for what? Like, one, we got a show, but two, like, I'm not wasting my money unless somebody like I won tickets or something. But like, I'm not paying extra to go watch them put up a performance like that.
Yeah, who would go and waste their money to watch this team play?
Who
would spend their Wednesday nights wasting their money to watch this game?
Shout out to Katrina's favorite tag team. Who?
God. And again, we have Keegan Murray with 5 points on 5 shots. Just barely showing up, dude.
I mean, the one good part, right, is there is a second half. Obviously, you can against a team like Dallas, which isn't a powerhouse.
Hey, Maddie, I'm gonna exit and then come back in. I think it's the stream.
What happened?
I think he's frozen.
No, he's not.
He did a frozen ham.
Frozen hand.
I
Frozen.
think he needs to go throw up.
Like, yeah, but like at least it's a team. You know, it's not like it's an insurmountable lead, but it's still an aggravating no-show.
To be down by 23 points.
It's true. I was at the arena yesterday with the IT team working on some fiber stuff, and I looked, and they were putting the shirts on all the chairs, and I was like, "Do I want to lose my job?" I was going to ask him too, like, "Hey, man," but then I was like, "It's the first time I've been working with him." I'm like, "I'm not even going to ask for anything." And he was like a grumpy old man. Like his boss, I went into their IT, like where they had a racks of like servers and stuff.
Yeah.
A big white, like bright white room. They had 2 stormtrooper things that were standing there, like, you know, like little figures, like maybe like 4 foot tall figures, like Stephen Brown size figures.
Oh, so they're pretty small.
Yeah, pretty small. And so I'm like, "Oh, that's cool." And he's like, "My boss put him there. So childish." I was like, "Oh God, this grumpy ass old man." But Pat's cool. I love. Hey, Pat, I doubt you're watching, but just kidding, man.
Why is your boss not watching?
There you go. You good?
Even my Wi-Fi doesn't like the Kings right now.
Man, so I don't blame it. I do not blame it. I mean, it's not just the pain. It's the fact that it's who they're paying. It's not that they're paying. It's you're paying guys that aren't one. There's not a one. I mean, DeMar's the closest you get to a one on this team. But the problem is his age, obviously. And, yeah, ideally, if you ask me, I'd rather trade Levine, and I like DeMar. But you can't have both, and nobody's going to take Zach's contract. Nobody. Yeah. Once you decide to get him, that's the problem I had with the Fox trade. Like, fine, you traded him, get a Steven Castle, some other parts. Let's run with DeMar and Sabonis and see what happens, right? Get a point guard. But you decide to get another $50 million, and I understand money has to work too, but then hold on to dude, man. Make him wait till the offseason to trade him. Like, I know people think he would have played. He wasn't going to sit there and maybe he goes and does the whole surgery thing, but I take my chances.
In Sacramento, we've always known we have to overpay people to get them here. Mm-hmm. We're not a free agent, attractive market at all, so we have to overpay no matter what.
At the end of the day, it's a small market. Like, let's be real about it. So you have to get the draft. If you're a small market, you have to get the draft right.
That's the key.
And that's the biggest thing. Yeah.
You can't be trading your first round picks every other year to some other team.
Or just draft nothing but point guards.
Yeah.
Well, and men, they were talking about it on the show today. They were saying we need Sabonis to show up. He hasn't.
And you trade for the Bulls, Wes, and you get exactly what the Bulls gave you today too. Absolutely nothing. Got blown out. Jesus.
We're gonna call this the Manny curse then.
This is a bad Manny day for basketball, let me tell you. It's a funeral day right now.
Dang.
Watching both my teams.
What did we tell D'Lo to start the show today? He shouldn't have been playing that Zell. We all want to hear Zell, but we're like, that's a premature celebration there. He might have just did the Whitey Gleason jinx. Now we get to hear Bob Myers crap all over the Kings, and rightly so.
So can we come back?
Media. Yeah, they can. I don't know if
the way they've been playing.
No, not this way.
Yeah. They'll make a fake run to get it to like 9.
Like they do?
Yep, like they always do.
Y'all shucks run. Everybody's like, they're back. Yeah.
We knew better. We just didn't want to say it.
It takes every ounce sometimes for me not to go in on people on Twitter. I'm like, don't do it. Gotta keep the fans. Come to the show. Let me not call you an idiot.
Hey, you can call fans an idiot. It worked for dude for like 20 years before he got fired.
Well, it works for Jim Parks. I mean,
yeah, there you go.
He goes off and has like 20,000 followers. So
did when was the anniversary of the tweet? Of the DeMarcus tweet, wasn't it? Was it in March or April? I can't remember.
It had to have been.
I remember D'Lo used to do that. The anniversary of the tweet.
The anniversary. That's right. The anniversary.
But I mean, it's disappointing though. I'm not gonna lie, man. I was hoping
for sure.
We at least get to Memphis.
Or at least just play well. Like if you lose and you don't play, like if you play well and something happens where Dallas is on fire, like I get it. We know our defense isn't top notch. Like, but if you just at least came to play, I'm good. Like but nobody's came to play except for I didn't even look at those last numbers because I was on the road for a second. But who's the leading scorer right now?
I think it's DeMar.
Yeah.
For the Kings?
Yeah.
Who's it right now? Easily DeMar. He's got 13 points. Next is Keon at 9.
What is he shooting right now, Kyron? DeMar?
4 of 11. So is that 36%?
What is Sabonis, like 1 of 5?
2 of 8. So 25%.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Getting blocked.
And it'd be if he was like really stepping up with me with rebounds. He's only got 5. I mean, that leads the team with him and Lyles, but it just feels like we need somebody else to really step in there and take over this game for us at this point.
See, and this is where, like I said, we said it before. Fox gave you a dynamic player to take over a game.
Yeah,
DeMar could do it, but I don't think DeMar's a push the pace kind of guy to a come from behind type player. I mean, DeMar's good down the crunch, in crunch time and things like that. But I don't know if he's a dude that leads you back like that because of his 3-point shooting. And that's not to go in on DeMar. I'm just saying Fox is a different kind of player that teams have to worry about. They don't have that right now.
Yeah, for sure. I wouldn't even have a problem right now if DeMar just became a black hole and was like, all right, bro, like ain't nobody else doing it.
He might as well.
At least somebody
else got it.
At least somebody's doing something.
I think this has to be a game where DeMar comes out in the second half and just says, everybody out my way. I'm going to take over. You guys hop on this back, and we're going to ride this one no matter what. Because I feel like if this game ends with the Mavs winning, I don't know if we even see DeMar back next year.
Oh, hell no.
I don't think we – yeah, that's true too. Yeah, he might just – well, I don't think he's back regardless.
Yeah.
I don't think he can be. If you're going to make this work and you're not going to blow it up all the way, then – somebody's got to go. And again, he's that one contract that's probably doable. Even as much like we were talking about Sabonis, like $40 million is a lot of money for a third option, bro. Like how many teams are going to pay $40 million for a third option unless they feel like he's that last, piece or something. So, but other than that, like people aren't going to be clamoring for that. I don't care what anybody says. So
it's going to be fair. It's going to be fair to people, for people to ask, was that a mistake?
Yeah,
giving him that money. It's like we're paying. I mean, the Kings, Vivek, he's he should be looking at all these guys and saying, I'm paying $40 to $50 million for you.
Yeah,
this is what you're giving me.
Yeah, rightfully so. And it's great, man. All the regular season stuff is great and everything, but it comes down to big moments, and this is a big moment. And no shows, they are what they are. You can get it's one game, but it's an important one game. That's what you get paid. You get paid for these important moments. It's all great. You can have average a double-double all year and a triple-double machine too. But at the end of the day, that all becomes not if in the big game you have a no-show. No one cares about the rest of the season. That's just reality, whether fair or not.
Yeah, Jordan said Chris Paul's been traded like 100 times and any contract can move. This is true. But at the same time, Chris Paul has value where other teams are looking at him and they want his leadership, they want his abilities. There's a lot of question marks that surround Sabonis of how much of a player is he? Can he be a number one or a number two? And most of the last couple of years have shown that he could probably be maybe a 3 at best, maybe on good days a 2, but he's definitely nowhere at 1, which is what we're paying him to be, and that's the problem. That what makes him harder to move. So if we do move him, we're gonna have to take back other teams' crap,
right?
Yeah, to move him, and that's where the issue.
That money.
And that's the thing with Chris. Like, if you're taking it back to Chris Paul, like, he has brought, everywhere he's been, he's brought some kind of value. Get it? He gets hurt, all that. But at the end of the day, he has brought, and even like, I don't know what he's made this year, but it's not 40 million, that's for sure. But whatever he's making this year, like, they brought him in there for a specific reason, to mentor, to learn, to teach. So he's done his job. And that's the difference. Like, you didn't pay 40 million for Sabonis to mentor anybody or just to be a role player. Like, he's supposed to be one half of the man, or at least half, of a duo. And again, like, great year, all that good stuff. Appreciate everything you do, but bro, this is the game.
This is what we need for.
Yeah, this is what you get paid for. All the other stuff is cute and everything, but this is what you get paid for.
Well, like you said, Manny, too. Like Manny said, I think it's a couple of shows ago, you're like, one of the things that's pissed me off the most is the national media was right. We're the dummies. We're the ones who are fighting for, Sabonis and this team. Oh, no, this is team with DeMar and this team. This is a good team. This is a 50-win team. Sabonis, he's all in. Man, they should all just tell us to shut the hell up right now.
Oh, I'm sure they have.
We didn't know what the hell we were talking about.
Yeah. I think that's the one thing. One thing about the team is that there's always that glimmer of hope that they give us that we'll beat a Cleveland or some other top team of Boston. And we're like, oh yeah, if they just play like that, we got this. We can move on to the next round. And then come up with a stinker half. And it's like, well, where the hell is the consistency from game to game? Where is this play that we all know you can do, but then you come out and you don't want to play well?
Well, that's
or even this game.
I think that's kind of why I disagreed with Kenny. I mean, I don't think this team is I do think they're mentally weak. I do not think this is a tough team. I don't think they're a mentally tough team, because that's what it is right there. The grind of the NBA season, consistency, that's being mentally tough. Being able to play night in and night out, not make mistakes, not thinking, that you've arrived, like this team has anyway. I don't know what they need to become. They would be confident about or overlooking any teams, but I just the mental makeup of this team and the way the pieces are fitting right now. I mean, this just ain't it.
I remember when there was, I won't say names, but he's older than dirt, and he said everything was fine. That's what I remember. It's not.
Well, there's a dude in the chat too who's always the Captain Save a Monty.
Oh. Give me 1 second, fellas.
Well, that's one thing I've questioned when we've all said, like, we need a point guard. We need a point guard. And I was looking at this, I was like, we're in the top 6, I think, in turnovers, as far as like the least amount of turnovers as a team. And we're like in the top 13 in assists per game. I don't know if we need a point guard, but we just need a true leader. Just someone that everybody knows, hey, this is who we're going to follow no matter what the game goes here and there. We had that with Fox. But Fox, I don't think really ever wanted to be the leader. He wanted to be second fiddle to somebody. But you knew he could if he really wanted to be Mad Fox. And I think that's what we're looking for. This team is rudderless. It's leaderless. We're all looking for that one person to spark somebody else. And it's like, we got to find somebody that just takes over and plays, dude.
Well, too, I mean, it's fair to ask, everybody's getting on Nico Harris right now. I mean, Monty did the same thing. He traded. We got older. He pushed their window. The Kings never had a window, but he pushed their window up, and it's like, we got older. I mean, the Kings got older. It's exactly what Dallas did.
Yeah.
But I'd rather have AD than anybody on the Kings right now.
And then when we traded Fox, our contracts got worse.
Right.
We got Levine's, and that doesn't help us in the long run.
Pretty much. It's like I know everybody wants to give AD crap. I get it. He's injury prone. He's, it is what it is. But when he's on, when he's healthy, that dude's a hooper.
Oh, yeah.
For sure. That's the same thing people say about Zion. When Zion's on the court playing, he's one of the better players in the league. But do you want to build around him? Like, you had AD, Zion, and Joel Embiid on your team. You're like team hospital right there, dude.
But at this point, I think the Kings, not that they would even get Zion or anything like that, but they need to take a swing and do something because I don't know, take a chance on talent or I don't know how you rebuild. I'm not a GM, but because like Danny said, I don't think Zach's going anywhere because of his contract. I think people would trade for Sabonis, but I mean, what are you going to get? Like Kyron said, you're just going to get a bunch of bad contracts and maybe some draft picks.
Yeah,
and it's not like there's going to be 20 teams. Like there's for any of these guys, it's specific teams. It's not like 20 teams lining up to give you draft capital or whatever it is you think you're going to get. Like it's got to be specific teams that have specific needs.
Yeah. Like I could see a team that's maybe on the cusp of being a championship, and they want a Sabonis just for his rebounding skills.
Mm-hmm.
But that skill of a team is not going to give up good players for us to take Sabonis, and that's the problem.
Vlade, give them to the Lakers.
And then we got Keegan Murray, dude. Like,
I don't have any wrath for him. Like, he's done a lot of great things. He might not be what everybody wants him to be, but that doesn't mean like the effort's there. He has improved in a lot of aspects throughout the years. And he might not be what everybody wants him to be. That's personal expectations, not necessarily what he is. And you can't make somebody something they're not.
Are those expectations based off of where he was drafted, though?
I mean, they're based off of where he's drafted. And anytime somebody has a first year like he had, it all of a sudden skyrockets what you expect after that, right? Like if somebody drops 18 in their first year averaging, like you're expecting that person at some point 2-3 years down the line to be a 25 to 26 point scorer because that's the evolution, right? So if he didn't do what he did his freshman year, if he had a normal rookie year where he struggled some, shot decently, but not like out of this world, the expectations would have never been for it to be next level. Like, oh, he's going to be the 3 option. Remember that? He's going to end up being the 3rd option on this team. Like, it's not him, bro.
No.
And that was a fluke year as far as everybody shooting as well as they did from the 3-point line. Really, if you think about it, like everybody was basically couldn't miss. And it was
everybody couldn't miss, and seems like every other team was injured.
Yeah, and they didn't have not one injury that year.
It might have been fool's gold.
Yeah,
I make no apologies for it. Like kind of like Kenny said, hey, Kings got there, but any other year, a 48-win team is a play-in team.
Yeah,
just
but
like
again, it also does come to. But what I will say about that too is like, yeah, it was a great year and all that. But it still goes back to management seeing that and deciding, oh, well, this is all we need. We're good. Like, no, bro, even in all that, we all said at that time, but if you can add this will take us to the next level. And you refuse to go do that. You just wanted to run with fool's gold instead of improving. Like, yeah.
Did I just see somebody say we should try for Bol? Bol even in the league?
Oh yeah, he's still playing for Phoenix. He's a good player. I like Bol. He actually had a decent year for Phoenix. He's kind of been up. No, I mean, I'm not saying he's like what they need, but I do kind of like some of the stuff he's been able to do. I don't know why Phoenix stopped playing him because every time he was playing, he was dropping. He could shoot from the 3. He could do a lot of things. No, Levine. Yeah, well, story of his life.
I will say, man, when it came to your breakdown of the Bulls players, you didn't want it to be true, but I think I'll give you credit. You told everybody exactly what was going to happen.
He's gonna look like all world, and then he's gonna look like the piece of crap that he is sometimes. Sometimes. Not. I'm sorry. I apologize, Zach. That's
Can we
not
get
nice
you
for
a-
me to talk like that. Sometimes he looks all world, and sometimes he just looks lost on the court. Like that basketball IQ is just not. I don't. It's so bizarre. Those
Can we
skill
get you in
sets are
contact
so.
with Monty next time they trade for anybody from Chicago? Can you reach out to Monty and be like, hey, this isn't a good idea?
Yeah.
Can you please talk to Manny for Keegan just airballed a 3? Well, I'm probably behind too. My feet.
Yeah, you're a little behind.
Kobe White would have been so nice. I mean, he played like ass today, but in general, he's still kind of learning, and he's still got his improvement. He'd have been great for this team. I mean, that was always never going to happen, but
Yeah. Only down by 20, y'all. We got this.
oh, cool.
Yeah. So, baseball?
Man,
I was hoping like we could stretch out another week of Kings, but it looks like I'm going to have to come up with all kinds of stuff for next week.
Jesus
I went
Christ.
to my son's school. Their girls had a soccer game. Those
Bro,
girls
this is
had more heart than
embarrassing.
this. At least they won their soccer game. I should have
You
just
said it's
stayed
20,
there.
but again, like this is where it's laughable to me when somebody like literally sits there and argues with me, like, "Well, if we get past them, man, Memphis, psh, that's easy, bro. Like, easy what? Easy what? Like, where do you get the gall and the balls to push your chest out about this team? Like, they just lost to Washington, so you just think, oh well, Ja's hurt. So what? It could be a G League team, and they'd
Devin
still be
Bain
like,
bust
and
your
I said
ass.
this. I was like, it could be a G League team, and I could easily see them lose just as much as win. Like, neither one would surprise me in a one game, like, but that's how they've been for the last 2 years.
I'd be lying to you if I said I thought it would play out like this, though. I mean, I think it was a very, very real possibility they could lose, but not get embarrassed in front of the home crowd like this.
Bro, this looks so bad.
Have you not been a Kings fan for a while? This is on par. Like,
no, but the hope, Kyron, they got me again.
Yeah, that hope kills us as a city. That's the one thing that kills us is as a city, we always hope that this team's going to get better next year. We're going to get that draft pick and we're going to get better. And
Bring
still
back
clutching on to that 2002 team.
There you go. There's the highlight, Katrina. At least the Kings dancers are bringing, because they were. I saw the earlier. It was pretty dope. I was like, okay. Somebody brought their game today.
Scott Moak was kicking ass on that microphone.
Yeah, somebody got to. Come on, man. And like I said, for me, like Dave said earlier, like the biggest thing for me, not biggest, but like what hurts the most for me is just the national media laying back and being like, told you idiots. Kevin O'Connor looking like a genius. Jesus, out of all people.
He should call up D'Lo and Casey. I'm Kevin O. What? I'm Kevin O'Connor, man, huh?
And then my favorite Kings fan that wished them to lose every game, Mike Mummy. He's probably basking in glory right now, praying to his orange god.
I think no matter what happens, the Kings they can't get the 12th anymore, right?
Yeah, I don't think so.
Nope. So we're sort of stuck with this team, is what you're saying.
At least it'll convey, though. I think we were talking about the other day. I mean, I'd rather get it over and done with. But again, Manny,
wish they did it 2 weeks ago.
Who leads this team, though? You know, I mean, we don't have confidence in Monty. You know,
mark my words, this man gonna get an extension. We gonna get an extension.
Telling you, if they're bringing Vladdy in, get ready for Peja. Peja's gonna be the next GM.
The rumor was, I mean, obviously it's still rumor, but somebody posted today about, I think it was Sam Amick, that's what they were saying, that Monty was on the hot seat and that Calvin Booth, another ex-King, could be possibly up for running of a new GM. Like, that's great, bro.
Okay.
Wow.
Another ex-King. Cool.
He wasn't on the 2000 team, but I mean, how many times are we going to recycle these guys? It's like, yeah, man, we get it. We love 2002, but I don't need Scott Pollard or, Lawrence Funderburk or Corliss Williamson or John.
That's another thing, bro.
Let's bring back Yogi Stewart.
How are these guys?
I don't need Hito Turkoglu or Brad Miller leading our team.
And that's another pride thing. Like, bro, the whole they brought in all these guys to be here today. Like, play with some pride, man. In fact, put those 5 on the court for the fourth quarter. Bring in Peja and them, and let them run some sets, man.
Can't be worse than what we saw in the third or in the second quarter. So hey,
that's for sure.
But that's the thing too, man. Like, I will say too that no matter how this team's made up.
Oh, okay, Tasha, stop spoiling it for us, damn it.
She's doing the Ramsey right now.
Yeah, she's at the game.
Ramsey was spot on though. He was.
Sorry, Dave. I interrupted your thought.
Oh no, I mean it's just me bitching and moaning.
That's the name of the show from now on. Bitching and moaning with the Kings. Oh,
That's
what
gonna be the name of this episode for sure. Bitching and moaning. It was all good 2 years ago.
Was that foul on Trey Lyles or on Sabonis? It could have been on both of them.
Man, I will say this: out of all the guys who are playing right now, I know I think I'm a little bit behind, but I think actually Devin Carter's been playing pretty well.
He has actually.
Yeah.
Oh, we're on a 10-0 run. Great. There he comes. Bro, come on, man.
Devin Carter's been a good defensive player off the bench. He's provided some scoring, but they just need more, dude.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't even know what the solution is, to be honest. Isn't it Damara's daughter?
Oh, she over there? She starts screaming.
That's true.
You're gonna miss those free throws.
That's true. Yeah. Bro.
Was it Michael Freddie Grin? Jimmer can't be the GM for the Kings. He's doing too well in 3-on-3 basketball right now. He can't take a pay cut, dude.
For real. 20 points, huh?
Oh, there you go. All right. Only down by 16. Let's go.
That's it. Okay.
I mean, a 10-0 run at the end of the quarter, and we're right back in. No, can't foul.
That's so true. Jesus. It's just all these.
Art says he can understand getting DeMar, but understand getting Levine. I think Levine was just supposed to be a replacement for Fox, right? Basically, that was it. Just Fox didn't want to be here. We needed somebody to take his spot, and Levine was available from Chicago.
And let's be honest, like they said before, he's been on their radar for years.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Vivek loves Levine since he offered him the original offer sheet that the Bulls matched. So, I mean,
since he got rid of Stauskas, he loved Levine.
And unfortunately, instead of, again, not getting something out of San Antonio, basically giving them Fox for free.
Yeah.
They're not making them come out of pocket for anything.
That's why I believe D'Lo and Kenny when they were talking about, Levine was the target. Because if you're going to bring a third team in, there's nobody else who would have got involved. Yep. No other assets, no other young players, no other.
Make no sense, man. And the thing is, too, is like you have to know, like it's not just, hey, let's get Levine and see if it works. Like you saw the contract, you knew once you decided to do that, it's an unmovable contract. So you're hedging your future on that. Jesus.
But then they had to have seen the way DeMar and Levine played together in Chicago, and
That's the thing, man.
all right, it's a 21-point lead again. Damn.
I'm not even there yet. But I'm not even there yet, and I believe you. My feet is
Dante Exum hitting threes out here, like, oh, Jesus Christ.
Sounds about right.
See, that's what I said. I had faith. I had hope. They were playing better. They had a little bit of run and then a couple turnovers, and Dante Exum hitting threes.
DeMar tried to take it himself and got blocked.
Wow, man. It's wild.
So I said it today, man. I don't know why that not everybody, I should say, but there were people in that chat talking about how they're going to get this game and play Memphis. Like, man, I don't know why people are so confident right now.
They overlooked Dallas, even though Dallas was only a win behind us.
Right.
Hey.
Oh, Kyrie's hurt, blah blah blah. Like, but bro,
Kyrie's
acting
been
like why are you talking like this team is a juggernaut?
Yeah.
They literally just 2 weeks ago, when everything was on the line, lost to Washington. Like, what are we talking about? I get confidence, cool. I know you want to manifest a win. That's great. But people were talking as if it was like set in stone. Like, bro.
Kings get to face Memphis without Ja.
Dallas, this is a prelude. And then OKC, and we can get one game. You can't even. God damn it. Like, come on. This is why people talk about the fan base. This is why people talk about the team, because of that type of stupid talk. Like, come on, man. Like, yes, it's not negative to tell the truth. Like, if you're like, hey, man, I don't know if they can be deaf. Don't be negative. It's reality. Like, come on, man. Like, I want them to win, obviously. I want to see another game. I want to see a game beyond that at this point, because once you're in the play-in, the pick thing don't matter no more. So let's go. But this is what they
would have
are.
got there anyway. But it's like people, there was people in there too, like, oh man, I wanted to end Golden State's run. Golden State would have beat the Kings' ass if they got into that last play-in game if they didn't win.
Katrina, you went to the game for that instead of hanging with us. We had WrestleMania takes to do too. Man.
So, when do we get to WrestleMania? Because
pretty soon.
I'm tired of being sad about this damn.
Said all I've done is bitch and complain.
Seriously,
like, what
we've
else
been here for 40 minutes now. 37
what else
minutes.
can you do? Jesus, there's like literally no positives out of this. Like,
there isn't.
There's nothing. And the
bad thing is,
go ahead, my bad.
Well, I was gonna say the bad thing is, end of the first quarter, it actually looked good.
It did.
And then we started to get ready for the show, and that's when everything went to shit. If we had never done the show, they'd be fine. That's all.
Yeah, that's what it is.
It's all our fault.
Katrina, you should join us from the Golden One Center.
Oh wait, she should, but then do her front-facing camera so we can see the game live. So we can all
this
be on
is
the same.
Almost as bad as watching LA Knight wrestle. Almost.
Wow. Yeah.
Almost. It's one of my worst. Or watching a Trish Stratus, Charlotte Fair promo. Yeah, which is by far one of the worst. It has been bad. So horrific. And I want to talk about that at some point too, because I'm just dumbfounded at how bad Charlotte is. Because I don't blame Tiff at all. Like, she's new, she's still learning, and I think she's actually done a decent job of kind of going off script. But
yeah, Charlotte
has been awful. If they give her the belt, I'm gonna be so angry.
Yeah, Tiffy needs us to keep that belt. I think
especially now.
It. Yeah,
I definitely think the original plan was for Flair to get it, and I think that's changed course, or I think it will change course because.
Anybody else notice that the United States Women's title is held by a Canadian wrestler who has 2 Secret Service members that are both from the UK?
Yes, I think that's part of the gimmick,
That-
though.
That's so awesome, though.
Yes, and I really do believe it was for
Could have
that.
done it. Oh yeah. Like,
Hey!
you really? Oh my god.
Hey! Katrina and
We
HD.
show Domas this. Let's show that to Domas.
Wait,
All right.
did you
Can you hear us?
Can you even hear us? Oh, all right.
You're not even working at the game. Jesus. Nothing works at that game.
Nothing.
Nothing. Yeah, don't show the ops. Don't show us the
there you
ops.
Stop!
Oh man, all bad.
It's not working, girl.
That was great, Tasha.
Thanks, Tasha.
Everybody in that crowd just looking sad.
There is
No.
all right. Down by
So
16.
yes, I agree, Tasha. I agree. The Uso should win. I'm right there with you, girl.
Man, is Kenny courtside right now? Send him a $2 steak for me.
No, not working, girl. Go back to watching the game.
We can't hear you.
No.
It was a good idea though.
Ah. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, 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 blah.
That's
Sorry,
fine.
We tried.
I don't know what you got right now, but I got it. What is this?
Now
thing?
what?
I can hear you now. Can you hear me?
Oh,
Yeah, we
yes.
can hear you.
Now we can
Okay.
hear you.
Okay.
Okay.
It's fine. I
Man,
could just stayed home.
That's the best view of the game I've seen all day. By far.
Be back home.
By far. Just waiting for this game to end, man. Okay, bye-bye.
Okay, bye.
Bye-bye. We tried. Yeah, this is so we if there's a comeback, fine. We'll go back to talking about the game, but we could do WrestleMania, man. I did kind of break down the nights one, the night twos. Night one, I don't know. Overall, I'm not that excited. Like
Me neither.
overall, in the grand scheme of like all the matches, the storylines, like I feel a bunch of them are there just to be there. There's only one or two significant storylines, really, to me, and we'll see how those play out. But I like the Jade Naomi sort of, but I don't understand what they're doing.
Yeah.
So maybe there's something maybe there's something within the match or after the match that kind of clarifies a bunch of stuff. But it just seemed like I don't know, man. What do you guys think about that match?
Well, first thing I want to say, Tasha, we're sorry we're talking about WrestleMania without you. We know you wanted to be a part of this. I don't know. It just feels like a weird storyline that they put out there. Like it was supposed to be, I guess, like single white female type of vibe, but I don't know.
feels forced to me.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I don't.
I just think it's another way for them to try to put Jade over.
Definitely,
And
absolutely.
it's like you're sacrificing Naomi for this. I get it. But it just feels like there's other ways they could have done this to really get Jade over. And I do like what Jade is not Jade, but what Naomi is trying to do.
She's
You
done
can-
it well.
Yeah,
she's definitely
doing it.
pulled it off.
Yeah, but I don't think she's doing enough. Again, like every other wrestler with Jade, I don't think she's doing enough to carry the storyline without Jade participating. And I think this is just Jade has so many physical attributes that make her look intimidating and make her look like she'd be a really good wrestler, but she's just not there yet. She's not ready for this.
Nah, her mic game needs work too.
A year or two in NXT would have been perfect for her, but I know they couldn't have done that. But look what they're doing with Jordan Grace in NXT. It could have been the exact same thing. It would have been so good.
I also think it would have been better served because she could have carried it more. I think it would have been better for Bianca to go heel. Like I think that would have been the move. I think that's what people were expecting. I think she's got the talent and the mic skills to be able to carry the promo a little bit more than they're asking a lot out of Naomi, especially since she just came back too. Like, so I think that was what for me. I thought that would have been a better move because it almost seems on the other end of it, and we'll get to that match later. But on the whole Io Rhea Belair, they seem to be tilting towards Belair, kind of going the heel route too. Over there a little bit. It's kind of bordering because she's got that. I don't know. There's instances in her promos where she's very like whiny-ish, so it's like almost like she's teetering. She's the new thing in WWE seems to be the where the heels think that they're the heroes. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm trying to think of how to word it, but like where like the Kevin Owens is the perfect example of that, where he thinks he's the good guy, but he's actually that seems to be the new trend on a lot of their people. So, or a lot of their storylines. And so I think that's where Belair is trending towards. Who do you have in that match? Jade versus Naomi.
I think I got Jade going. I think they're putting too much into getting Jade as a legitimate star, and you can't let her lose at this point, especially not at WrestleMania. This is a lesser pay-per-view, or they don't call it pay-per-view, or so PLE.
Mm-hmm.
This is a lesser PLE. I could see her losing, but I just think the way they've been telling the story, how she was the victim in all this, and every time she can get to Naomi, she's just barely missing her full chance of destroying her. I think this all leads to Jay just doing almost a squash match and just terrorizing her.
Man, I don't know. I've never liked the triple threat matches. I don't know. It's to me they're boring. Even on the men's side.
Yeah.
All right, man. We got to watch Roman, Seth, and Punk. And I don't know. I'm not a fan of the 3-way matches.
It's hard.
Yeah, I mean it's
hard. You're asking a lot of wrestlers to uphold. Like it's just hard. I mean, there have been some good ones, but it's just really hard. I have Jay too, though. I think with that match, you can't have her lose to Naomi. It makes her look weak if she loses after all that, going through a window and all. Like she can't. There's no way. This next one, I am a big fan of the Grand Americano character. I think it's hilarious. I love the crowd. Like, yes, it's Gable. No, it's not. Like, that's freaking hilarious.
Have you seen the conspiracy theories that people were putting out there? That Chad Gable actually has a tattoo on the back, right at the base of his neck. And the last, I think it was like SmackDown or Raw, they're taking pictures of El Americano's back, and he's like, "There's no tattoo there. It's somebody else." I'm like, are they going to pull that thing where Chad Gable comes out and he's like, "Ha, I'm not really him," and then have somebody dress up as him at WrestleMania?
Well, they did have it, right? There was a segment where he was getting arrested, where somebody else had the mask on, right? So I'm waiting. Yeah, it's WrestleMania, so I'm expecting fully to be some kind of like side craziness to it. I just hate that it is WrestleMania. Because it's like, to me, they shoved Rey Mysterio to everybody's face again. He's not bad, but to me, he's at the point where he's not WrestleMania material anymore. Like, he's a good wrestler. He does some good stuff, but he's not top tier anymore, even though he does do some of the moves. But just
with Rey, though, man, even when he was younger, even when he's at the height of his game, you always have to suspend disbelief. Yeah. I mean, of course, the whole wrestling, you have to suspend disbelief, but it's like, this 5'2" dude doing his spin move to kick a guy in the face is not knocking out the Undertaker, or some big ass dude. I'm like, okay, man.
Yeah, it's a great David and Goliath story every once in a while, but like in grand scheme of things, yeah, right. Like it's like, okay, bro. But I do like the whole gimmick of Chad Gable is leaps and bounds. Kudos. I'm a fan of everything he's done. Like he's gradually increased his skills and on the mic, everything. Like you can tell he's really worked hard at a lot of things, and kudos to him, coming from his background to be able to do a lot of things that he does. And he's a great heel. He is a great heel. So I fully expect him to win. If you're going to do this whole thing with this new character and all that, like, I just don't see how he loses that match unless it's just a soft spot for Rey Mysterio, disqualification maybe or something. I don't know. But so yeah, for me, I expect Chad to. If it's Chad, I expect it to be Chad with the W, and I can't wait for those chants again. That's the best chant.
I know they couldn't have done this, but like we were mentioning, Rey Mysterio is so old; he's not that tier of a talent yet. But man, I would have loved to have seen Rey Fenix take his place. The two of them could have had a killer match.
Yeah.
Chad Gable could stay with Rey Fenix, and that would have been a great match between the two of them.
And I'm gonna tell you something. After watching Penta and Rey Fenix is heads and shoulders better than him.
Yeah,
I like them both. They're cool. I see Penta make a lot of mistakes though, and he's very as athletic as he can be. He telegraphs a lot of stuff to me. I don't know if that's just me, but Rey Phoenix did stuff on a couple SmackDowns where my jaw dropped, and I was like, dude, oh yeah, you belong here, bro. Like you're gonna get a belt at some point.
I compare how Penta is to who does that a lot too is Solo Sikoa. It's like, man, you would know exactly what he's going to do, exactly how he's going to take a hit, and exactly how he was going to fall every single time.
Hey, sidebar on this, speaking of Solo, does anybody else realize how quickly that bloodline just...
Yeah.
I have no idea what they're doing. Like they lost their Fala, then all of a sudden, and then Solo now is second fiddle to... I'm assuming there's a betrayal coming at some point, kind of like... like the Randy Orton, what was it? What was the group? Evolution type thing, something like that. But it's quickly went into turmoil.
But even on the other side, okay, Roman won. He's the tribal chief again.
But he's got no tribe.
Yeah, but he's not. I mean, what are you doing with that? Like, what?
Yeah, just him.
He has this program with Punk and Rollins right now. But okay, so. Yeah.
I think what seemed, maybe this isn't the point, but I feel like when that cage match happened and there was three of them got hurt, right? Because it was Bronson got hurt, the big, what's his name, got hurt from the bloodline. The bigger one, I always forget his name.
The dude who they brought in, the big guy.
And even and then Fatu was even hurt. I feel like they shifted a lot of the stories because they didn't know what to do at that point. I feel like there was a different storyline progressing with Bronson and all that. And then all of a sudden they had to kind of veer off that course because of the injuries. And then they never really got back on course again. They just never, and then with all the height of Jacob's popularity and everybody was eating him up, they all of a sudden just shot him to the top of the food chain. All right, we're just going to keep going with this dude. As long as everybody's loving him, let's put him on a path with, not the championship yet, but we'll do the next best thing, the U.S. title. And, so.
Spectre 707, you're right. I was wrong. It's Tonga Loa you're talking about, not Tonga.
Yeah, Tonga Loa. Yeah.
Yeah. And dude, for both of them to be both in their 40s still doing this and looking like they're early.
They've been around for a while in the independent circle. A lot of them have. That's the crazy thing, right? We see them in sometimes when people come up in WWE, and maybe they'll look younger too. We'll be oh, they're just starting, bro. But a lot of people have gone through the independent circle for 15, 20 years before they even get a shot at the big time, right? They're lifer minor leaguers basically, and they get a shot at the, at the major leagues, and then you're oh wow, these guys are really good. It's yeah, they're really good, but they've been doing it for a while. They've been honing their craft for a while. So especially that family bloodline. Think about how long they've been wrestling, since they were toddlers. So
what they're doing.
The next I got is the tag team champions, War Raiders versus New Day. What do you got? Or do you care?
No,
No, I don't care.
no, don't care.
I
Don't like
forgot
the
that
New Day
was even going on.
storyline. I don't like the War Raiders. I don't care about either one of those teams. Dude.
I feel bad for the War Raiders because it seems like they've waited a long time to get a shot at the big time. They've been around for a minute, but I feel like the tag team division in itself has just kind of gone to crap.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I do like the New Day's shift to something different. It just seems to come at a bad time. Like, to me, they hold their own. They hold their own as far as their characters, all that. They're decent. But they're also up there in age now too, so they're not doing some of the things they used to be doing. I don't know, man. It just seems off.
It's like you said earlier, how a lot of the villains now, the heels are whiny, and there's like they're all about, oh, I got screwed. That's exactly what New Day is right now. They're just like, oh, nobody respects us anymore. Oh, blah blah blah. I was like, man, that's so played out. Just find something better.
Gotta be a story.
Do you think New Day gets their belts again? Or do you think they keep it with War Raiders?
Ooh. I want to say that the New Day actually gets the belts.
I think they are too.
Only because they need a heel team in tag team. Mm-hmm. And there really isn't one outside of them.
Because did they ever, and I haven't kept up with their storyline, did they ever resolve the issue with
Big E?
Yeah.
No. They just went out. That just left the arena.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if that. I think there's still hope that E gets cleared at some point. But I don't know.
Now and he's terrible.
Huh?
Katrina said he's old E and he's terrible.
Oh. There you go. No. All right, so the next one I have is Gunther and Uso, Jay, which I think has been a decent. I've been underwhelmed with Gunther lately a little bit. Some of it I've liked, but some of it it's been hit or miss with me on him, depending on the week. Jay is Jay. He's obviously over big time.
Yeah,
big time.
I think he's getting it. I don't think there's so much hype behind him coming into WrestleMania. He's got to get it.
Yeah, it'd almost be like the first time they messed up with Cody, right?
Yeah.
Like, I think they learned their lesson on that in this instance, where like you roll with the popularity and you deal with everything else later. Yeah, I can't see him. My only problem with that is they moved Gunther up so fast because he was a very popular Intercontinental champion, right? He earned it. But now what do you do with him? Yeah, I like his character. It's, to me, I always compare it to like it's the old 80s Iron Sheik type, you know what I'm saying? Like that Iron Sheik-ish character, Nikolai Volkov. But what do you do with him after that? Like, because he needs to be in the spotlight too, though. Yeah. So I don't know if he still continues his rivalry with Jay or see. That's the thing. Is like we are really top heavy at times. There's a bunch of guys like I've been expecting Drew to hold a title for a while, like longer than the 5 seconds, and he seems to keep getting stiffed out of it. And I really would do. I think he's earned it. I really do think he's earned like he not just a 5 second. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
A true title run.
Yeah, like a true title run. His characters are flawless. Like he's got that down pat. He's obviously got the size, the athletic. He performs every time to me. I really do think he performs every time. So I really would like to see him.
That's what I was going to bring up too, Manny, is that, you got a guy like Drew. He, I think not wasted him, but he has everything that, you have to make a good run. I mean, just the physicality that he brings, that, like you're saying, the size, and I mean, he's legit, like he's a legit big dude right now. And, I don't know. I think that's something that's kind of missing right now. Mm-hmm. There's not that, I don't want to say like Kane or Undertaker type, or, like I never bought it with Damian Priest.
Right.
Like, I mean, I think he has the worst finisher right now. His fake Undertaker choke slam.
Yeah.
Like, dude, you gotta do something different. You don't have the size for that.
Nah, and I do like Damien. I think
I like him too, but he just
but he's just not the guy. And I'm glad he got it. I'm glad that he held it for a little bit, got a taste of it. I do think he put in the work too, and I don't know if he's ever going to be the top guy again, but I do think he's good. Like he's in that. He's not bad. He's not great. He's good, and he'll always have a place in a storyline and get some good runs and stuff like that. So I think he's good for that.
That's kind of a complaint though. That I mean, not a complaint, but with Jay, if they're going to push him as a solo act now, he has to do something different too, man. I mean, I can only deal with so many super kicks.
Yeah.
And Roman spears, and I mean, dude, do something different, man. Get a new finisher. Like you have the crowd right now, you have your own gimmick and stuff like that. But I mean, I need to see something now because he's going to get redundant.
Yeah,
his matches are always going to end the same. He's going to super kick somebody, or he's going to do the splash.
Who was it on Raw this week that had a new finish and it was fucking phenomenal? God damn it. I can't remember who it was that had a finish. And maybe it wasn't new. Maybe it was the first time I seen it, but it was a pretty good. I just don't remember right now who it was. So, yeah, I think we all in agreement. Jay, they're probably putting the title on Jay, right? It's just he's too over at this point. Yeah. Here's one we talked about before we even talked about wrestling is, God, this Stratton Flair thing has been so bad. It's been mostly to me. This is one of those instances where the whole point of putting Flair with her was to help her get over even more, I think. Maybe even if you decided to put Gay Flair the ball, it was Flair should have been able to hold up her end of the bargain with her veteranship and help teach Tiffany how to take it to the next level, right? Because Tiff got there pretty fast off just skills alone, her little character. I know some people hate the blonde character. I think she's excelled at that, so that's fine. But it's been the opposite. Tiff has been holding up more of the promos than she has, and Charlotte looks lost. She looks so lost, right? Ever since she got booed when she first came back, really, I don't think anybody was really prepared for that. So, but it's got worse and worse. Kyron, you just froze for a second. You had the craziest face. You were like, you just.
She never should have won the Royal Rumble. That's just my thing.
Yeah.
She came back, and the moment she was like number 30, I think, in the Rumble, I was like, she didn't deserve that. She didn't earn that. Yeah, I know she's got the legacy and she has all the titles in the world, but there's so many other wrestlers that were there that were busting their butts for the last few months.
That's what it is. Sorry, real quick. That's what it is. Logan Paul's new. It was a really good pin. I really liked it a lot. We'll get to him because I think that's second night. We'll get back to him later. But yeah, said it. My fault, Kyron. Go ahead.
No, you're good. And I think that what they call it, the pulverizer. I think he can only do that with AJ Styles and maybe Rey Mysterio. Yeah. Like nobody else he could do that with.
She's here agreeing with you. So go ahead.
Our queen has spoken.
That's our queen.
That's our queen, yes. But the idea that you're going to put Charlotte Flair into the main event of WrestleMania, she's been gone for the past year or so.
Right.
When you have Rhea Ripley, when you have Bianca Belair, when you have Io Sky just sitting there,
the division is strong. It's very strong.
Yeah. So.
I mean, I'm glad you brought that up too. That was going to be my next thing is, the three-way matches. But man, okay, Rhea came back from her injury and you immediately took the title from her. Mm-hmm. What are they going to do with Rhea now, man? I mean, she's over too. I think people wanted to see her pushed forward, but I was like, man, now they're almost doing to her what they're doing to Roman and Punk and Rollins right now. They're just these stories that nobody really cares about.
Yeah.
And I think that's part of the problem is I think a lot of good talent came up really fast on top of whoever they signed outside of WWE. Mm-hmm. And it kind of put them in a flux of what to do, right? Because it's hard to keep everybody happy, especially if everybody knows whether it's, well, I guess sometimes it's true, but in this situation, it is true. There's a lot of that talent that deserves to hold belts. Like it just is what it is.
There's a lot of good talent. I mean,
yeah, there's a lot of good talent.
Look at what's her name that just came back? Alexa Bliss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I actually like her character. Her half crazy. I mean, you're talking about a finisher, man. She still does the Sister Abigail,
which is awesome.
Is she? And then come to drop storylines. Are they just not going to do anything with the Six anymore? Because it was rumored that she was going to rejoin the Wyatt Six.
They just went into oblivion.
Now it's just gone.
Yeah. Well, I thought it's still like I think they should have never changed that song. Like I felt like they should have stuck with the Bray. They should have stuck with the original because that's what everybody wanted. And when they changed it, I almost felt like there was a paradigm shift because of that. Everybody I know that watched that first episode was like, eh. And a lot of times, believe it or not, I mean, in my opinion, believe it or not, I feel like songs help get people over.
Oh yeah.
If it's the right song.
Cody Rhodes.
Cody Rhodes.
Yeah. You've said it's not even a song. It's literally just a sound out of people's mouths and people eat it up, right? Like, so, I mean, I really do think sometimes those songs do help with, and I thought that kind of deflated their entrance from the get-go, and everything from there had been downhill for whatever reason. And to be honest, my biggest fear with that was that God bless him for taking up the mantle, but he wasn't. Bo has never been that dude, and so he's not as
charismatic, man.
And that's a big dude to live up to. That is a big dude. Why, Brett? So you weren't gonna live. There was no way for you to live up to B. Jordan in that character. You know what I'm saying? Like he had embodied it to a T.
I think they should have pivoted and pushed. I mean, she doesn't really need it because, like I said, I like her character. I just spoke about her, but I think they could have used it to push Alexa Bliss forward. You know, kind of have them be her entourage because I don't know. Like I said, I think she has a good character. You know that the WWE has always had kind of that crazy, supernaturalist type.
Yeah, I thought she could have easily been possessed by Sister Abigail. Mm-hmm. And that should have been the main character. That's where the focus should have been. Like you said, where they were her entourage and she was doing the bidding of Wyatt from beyond the grave, right? Like you could have gone with that and got a stronger push for sure.
I heard too, and you guys probably know more than me, Karen and Manny. Wasn't the storyline like if Bray wouldn't have, if he wouldn't have passed away, wasn't like Undertaker supposed to do more to pass the torch to him? Like I heard they were doing a whole promo to where Undertaker was going to be in his dark garb and he was going to push him forward. And you might have even seen Taker in a manager type role.
Right.
Yeah.
For anybody tuning in right now and you're like, why the hell aren't they talking about the Kings? If you look at the score, that's why we're not talking about the Kings. I apologize. We have 381 people right now on, which is awesome. During the Kings game. Unfortunately, it's not about the Kings, so we are trying to pivot. So hopefully you're wrestling fans and you're enjoying our wrestling tapes.
Down by 22. Why talk about the Kings?
With 6 minutes left.
I can only drop so many F-bombs and son of a bitches before.
Trust us. If they were making this comeback, we would pivot right back to the comeback and be excited. There's nothing to be excited about.
5 minutes left, down by 20-something points.
So anyway, on the Stratton Flair, because we kind of got off, who do you guys think they're going to – I thought it was going to be Flair for the longest. I think they pivot back to Tiff at this point.
I think Tiff's going to win.
Yeah,
I think Flair's going to win.
You think so?
I think they
get that number or what?
I think mostly for that. But Stratton's already had the title for so long. It's like, all right, they're going to try.
How long has she had it though?
It's been a few months.
Just got it.
No, she's had that for a minute, dude. Wait, let's see. When did she get that belt?
She cashed in her Money in the Bank.
That was what,
that long ago.
3-4 months ago?
That's it. I guess that's long in this day and age. I just feel like that seems pretty short.
For
God's sakes, Nia didn't even make WrestleMania. Jesus Christ, man.
Right. Where has Nia been?
I have no idea. Maybe she's hurt. I don't know, but I haven't heard anything.
Okay, she's got it back in January of this year. So that's 3 months?
Yeah, something like that. All right. My least favorite wrestler of all time, LA Knight versus Jacob Fatu. For God's sake, please, Jacob, take the title.
Jacob
for the love of God.
They're giving that to Fatu easily.
And he's basically Jay right now. He's gone over so much.
Yeah.
He's been given the biggest push in and he is so flawless on that mic too, just being himself. Like it's as real as you're gonna get. And it's crazy because some of his promos are almost cringeworthy. Like I think about it cringeworthy as far as like if you're okay, I'm gonna say this is nicely. If you're a nice white kid that has not been in the hood, it's got to be pretty shell shocking to hear some of the things he says. Like it's very like in your face.
It's uncomfortable.
What's the no and from the slums of Sacramento, Jacob Fatu. You know what I'm saying? So,
I mean, are we all rooting for Jacob? He's from Sacramento.
absolutely. I
Okay,
like his character anyway. So and he's phenomenal in the ring too. So I mean,
you can tell right when he stepped in though, he was ready.
Yeah, he was ready, and he ran with it. He didn't falter at all. Like he's been on a pretty big run. So I mean, I don't even think. Like I said, I don't need to see L. Even if it could have been Doink the Clown. Please beat LA Knight. Like just beat LA Knight. That's how I feel. So, and then the last one for night one is Reigns versus Seth versus Punk. Right? Like my theory is that Paul, he betrays both of them and becomes Seth. And if you read that last Seth best for business, that Seth best for business. I think that means something. And I also think he might interfere in the Cena match. Like, I think he might be under Dwayne's, like, this might be Dwayne's stable, Seth and Cena.
I mean, Seth might be one of those guys, too, that, he's due now, too. I mean, he's put a lot of people over, and it seems like he's always the guy to lose it. He's almost, right now, he's almost on a Drew run, right? By how many times he's lost. And,
I think him and Miz have put over a lot of people.
Yeah.
A lot of people.
So I think Seth's going to take this one.
Me too. And again, I think it's Paul Heyman becomes his Wiseman.
Yeah, I could see either Seth or CM Punk taking it, but I would love to see Seth. Yeah, he does deserve another title run.
And are we just going to, is Roman just going to get the Giannis treatment now? Is he just going to be used to as the boogeyman? I mean, is he just going to keep losing?
No,
he won the tribal one. He did win that, but I don't know.
I don't think they know what to do with Roman, and I don't know if he's ever going to go back to a full-time schedule either. So I think that's part of it too, right? Like having an honest conversation with him and saying like, where are you at? Because he's up there in age too. Like I know people don't forget about it. Like again, we just talked about it. Like he's up there too, and I doubt. I'm pretty sure he's leaning more towards the Cena schedule type thing. Not as bad, obviously, but like, yeah, I don't know, man. I don't think he's ever going to be a full timer again like that. So
God, I hate when you say he's up there in the age and he's younger than me. I hate that.
What is he? 40, 41?
He's gonna turn 40 this year.
Okay.
Yeah, he turns 40 this year. Okay, so night two, Priest versus McIntyre. I swear to God, if they have McIntyre lose this, God, poor dude, he has to win. Like, how many times are you gonna have this dude take losses?
Chains? What is the special with people's chains? He took Priest's chain at the last show, and then he took CM Punk's wristband thing. Like, what is this now?
He has a thing for people's possessions, I guess. I don't know.
Hey, you're only down by 18. Let's go.
That's it, huh? I don't. There's not much else. It's just another filler match to me. As far as storyline doesn't really mean it's ass. I like both of them, but it's two big dudes fighting. Cool. Let Drew win it. Let's give Drew a good fucking story run. Jesus. AJ Styles versus Logan Paul.
They're gonna let Logan Paul win that.
I know. I think Logan Paul's gonna win too.
I think he is.
I hate that so much. It's so
Man,
good.
I like his character. I'm not gonna lie. He plays it to a T. It's him. I mean, it's just him.
It's not a character.
But he's so good at it. That's the thing.
As much as I hate to admit it, man, he's good.
Yeah. He is good.
He has skills.
He's pretty good.
Like you can tell he's put in work.
Yeah, I mean he's a natural
absolutely
athlete. He's pretty good.
Yeah, I hate saying that. I'm one of them. I hate saying
I don't
that.
really like the guy.
I want him to fail, but it's like, bro, every time I watch him, like, you put quality after quality after quality matches together. You're great on the mic. You play everything to a T. Like, I can't knock it. I don't like you as a human being at all. But this is what you're good at, being a heel. Like, you're phenomenal. And AJ, he's just there now.
Yeah, he's just a guy.
Yeah,
AJ's taking the spot that Ricochet used to be, where he just puts everybody over, and he just makes everybody look good.
and he's still good.
Yeah,
He's a good professional. Yeah. But again, another one that he's not what he used to be. He's not as high of a flyer anymore. He doesn't, but yeah, he's good at, he can still work the mic, and he's still good at getting guys over. So, and then one of my least favorite, again, another tag team division that's just, I don't understand that gauntlet match on Raw at all. So you made every other real tag team look weak and gave a title shot to Bayley and Lyra.
Right.
For the first time ever.
Yeah. And this is like their second tag match or something like that.
And the only reason I could see you doing this is if there's a heel turn
For
between Bayley and Lyra. That's the only reason. Yeah. One of them's turning on the other. So other than that, I'm assuming it's Bayley. Because Lyra's kind of over with the crowd, even though sometimes I'm not really that thrilled by her. She seems to be somewhat over with the crowd at times. I don't know. I love Morgan. I do love Liv, though. I think Liv is
talk about somebody who's good at what they do. Like
yes.
she plays her character flawlessly.
Flawlessly, she is a great heel, and she carries. What's her? Huh?
I was gonna say, can we talk about how she's carrying Raquel Rodriguez also?
Oh, I was just about to say that. Yeah.
Good Lord.
And I want Raquel to be good because I've liked her overall, like in general of a person, and I've seen her put in work, and I know she's had some medical conditions and stuff, but yeah, she's hard to watch sometimes wrestling. And they make her look weak too. There's these storylines where they really don't use her size as an advantage, and it doesn't make any sense. But like even like talking all that, it's Liv carrying them. It's absolutely Liv carrying her. She's good as a security guard. That's cool. Okay. Yeah. But
I don't know why I looked up.
No, you shouldn't have. So I think we agree on like they don't lose the belts, right? Like I think they don't lose, and then at the end, Bayley and Lyra get into it.
Yeah.
Another one of Dr. David's favorite matches, a three-way, Braun versus Penta versus Dominic.
Isn't Finn Balor in that one also?
Did I miss that? Oh, it's a four-way, huh? It's a fatal four-way. My bad. It is. I forgot that.
This is the end of the Judgment Day match.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to see Dominic break off. Either Dominic or Finn are just going to break off from Judgment Day after this match.
I think Judgment Day turns on Finn.
Yeah.
I think that's been in the works for a while. Why? I don't know. I don't even know where they go after that. I would love to see Dominic get the title, to be honest.
I think that would be the ultimate. Do you think they would do it?
As much as
you have to.
Yeah, he deserves it. He's played a good heel the past couple of years. He deserves this.
He is a great heel.
He's another guy that he plays that role well.
Yeah. If you watch any interviews he does, he plays the role in the ring and out the ring. Also, like a lot of these wrestlers, you get them interviewing, they break their character themselves. No. But Dominic stays in character.
He's such a jerk on the interviews. It's hilarious. And he does it great. Like, it's not just him being a jerk. It's like he has those lines, those one-liners, and it's hilarious. Yeah, give him the belt, man. Like, give him the belt so he can run with it. And then, like you said, that's the breakup of the Judgment Day right there. And I like Braun too, but he's another one, Dr. David, where he's got one move.
Yeah, exactly.
That's it. Like he's not a wrestler. Like it's literally just he's his father. He's literally his father, man. He just does to an extent as far as like he's just this big, heavy dude that does these, like it's like, all right, bro, you do the spirit for everything. Inside the ring, outside the ring, it's just a spirit.
And as much as I love the way he does his Frankensteiner, it bugs me when he sits there and salutes for like 20 seconds before he does it. It's like, come on, dude. Nobody's going to sit there while you just sit there with their crotch in your face that long.
Yeah. Like, Yeah, so I hope they go the Dominic way. I think, like you said, he's put in the work. I think it's great for the storyline. It's great for the Judgment Day thing. And maybe that even extends the whole Finn being bitter to get to the point of the breakup if they don't do it right there and then. So we'll see. And then, hey, another one: Io versus Rhea versus Belair. Another extra person. Great.
I have a feeling they're going to give it to Io.
I hope they do.
You hope
I
they
think
do?
Yeah, I hope they do. If they don't let Io keep this whole idea that she's being overlooked by Bianca and
Exactly.
Rhea, it just validates that entire storyline. It's like, yeah, you just weren't good enough to be in this match.
Mm-hmm.
So,
But Rhea's never beat her though. There is that. Like up to now, she's had Rhea's number. Yeah, I think like if they can have her beat both of them, I think there's something to that. I don't think if they give it to Io, I don't know how much longer she holds it though. I think she loses at the next pay-per-view.
That's fine.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah.
Because I think that starts a whole arc of Rhea's like going kind of crazy because she can't beat Io, and it has to be that arc of them like going. So I don't know what you do with Belair.
I did think that was funny as hell though when they had that they're doing that one promo where Rhea and they're talking and Io tries to come in and they just push her ass out the way.
Yeah. Every single time. It was like every week they just pushed her and she
they're just like thing. Forget about her, get her face and just pushed it away.
Wait, is Asuka coming back from injury?
I think she's almost back.
Okay.
I think she's been working out. So I always like the Raw after WrestleMania too, right? So we get some clarity and a whole bunch of stuff. And then obviously Rhodes versus Cena. It's been a little bit underwhelming for me. I don't know how to feel because I get why they did some of the things that I get not changing certain things, right? Just having it. But I really think they could have gone all out and did the dark look. And I don't know, man. There was just something that was missing from this. I'm not sure where. I don't know where it is, but I felt like even some of the promos that were good, there still was something missing from it. I don't know.
Yeah.
To me, though, I mean, I think if you're going to send John Cena off because this is last year and everything like that, I mean, I get why you don't turn Cody heel, but man, I don't know. I'm in the camp where Cody just, I don't know, man. He's not my cup of tea, I guess. I mean, I don't think he can't carry this company. Like he's not a Roman. He's not a John Cena. He's not, a Rock. I mean, he's just, he's over right now, but his story, unfortunately, it's over to me. Mm-hmm. Okay, man, you got the championship. What now? I don't care about you facing Cena. I mean, I really don't care about you with Punk. I don't need to see you in Roman again. We probably will. Mm-hmm. I don't need to see you fight The Rock. It's just, I don't know.
So that's I'm really tired of seeing The Rock with that boy. I do not want to see that again.
I mean, I think that's part of the problem too. I think like Rock interjected himself into this whole thing, which is fine, but you're never around except for to do these like 2-minute promos or whatever you're doing. It's the omnious thing, and like, but there's never an explanation for it. Mm-hmm. Like even this, like up until this week, we only saw The Rock when he gave the little cutthroat thing, really. Mm-hmm. And then there's been nothing explaining Cena's tie to him, what it is. And like, maybe this is where we find out everything and that's cool, but you kind of had the opportunity to do a really great storyline instead of just a good storyline, you know what I'm saying? And you didn't. And maybe you're going to fulfill what I'm looking for at the end of it, and that's great. But like, I fully expect Cena to win, get the title, right? Like, you'd be stupid not to at this point. And then I'm assuming during the year, there's something happens to change him back to Cena before he walks off, and that's how he goes as the Cena we all loved, all the kids loved at Make-A-Wish, right?
You think they're gonna do the Hogan, when he came back to WD and he left NWO and then he was with The Rock, and he went back there. I mean, you think that's the kind of thing they'll do with Cena?
Yeah, I think for me, I think it'll be something where he'll get the title and then maybe he still feels like something's missing and there's a inner struggle, and then him and Rock get into it at some point where there's tension and all that good stuff. However they decide to write it, but I definitely think he can't leave being the heel. That's not a way for him to go. Yeah, it was a character, but at the end of the day, you ride off into the sunset as John Wayne. Like, you have to go back to being who you were loved for. But I'm glad that they did the character. Like, I did want to see this character at some point, whatever it was, because he had never really done that character. So I just thought you could have done more with it.
Although when people, I think we all agree that, as Damon says, Dwayne has interjected himself into all this stuff. As much as we say that, he brings the ratings, he gets pops, and I mean he's a moneymaker still, and that's why they're doing it. Yeah,
and he's got steak now, so I mean, all that stuff, man. You combine all that stuff, it's what it is. Oh, the game's over? Didn't even notice.
I know.
Good. Thanks for taking us out of the misery. So weird, because I'm really interested to see not so much the match, right? Because it's really hard for me to watch his bald spot. I'm sorry, guys. It is really hard it kills me every single time to look at that bald spot. Like, bro, just spray paint it. Do a LeBron, do
shave it.
Something, bro. Like, please. I can't do this. But I do kind of want to see the aftermath of that match. Like, I don't care about the match in itself.
You guys really think Cena's getting it?
Yeah, I
do.
You think so?
Yeah, I just don't see how you don't. Like, I don't. What would be the point of all this if he doesn't get it? I don't.
Yeah, that would be a little weird for him to not get it. I mean, I know he said this is supposed to be his last year, but for him to go through all this and not get it, that just seems.
So then if Cody, do you think Cody retakes because he has to, right? Because then what do you do with Cody after?
That's the big question.
You know what I'm saying? Unless he he gets the title again, there's nowhere for him to go.
I think he takes time off. Like, I think he's been on this run for 2 years now, and I believe behind this. And again, just speak like, who knows? But he's probably exhausted at this point. I think he'll take time out to be with family, and then
that could work.
They'll figure it out. So I think it'll be like he'll lose, and then there'll be like even the aftermath of something where it takes him out, right? Like, not just loses, but Rock maybe comes out, does something to him, whatever it is, and then that's what the storyline is, that he's out for a while, and then they'll figure it, whether they have it written or not yet, but they'll figure it out after that.
So who do you elevate after, with Cody gone? Who do you elevate take his place? Because you got to have that top person to go against Rock and Cena. You already have Seth and Roman and who am I missing? CM Punk and that little storyline there. Do you elevate
that story ends at WrestleMania, right?
Yeah, but I mean, do you elevate one of them? Because they're the only ones that you can really replace Cody Rhodes with.
I think it's Roman. If it's anybody, it's Roman, because there's still unfinished business with The Rock, I think. So I think you can somehow.
That's probably where they'll go.
Yeah, I think that's where you probably go. Not sure, though. Like, that's a good, again, like, I would really, if that's what you're doing, and then I don't know what you do. So that's my promise. What do you do with CM Punk? What do you do with Drew? Like, again, you're very top heavy right now. You have guys that are all qualified to either hold the title or to at least be in the major storylines, right? So I don't know. I guess it's a good problem to have if you're Triple H, but I really want to see if what's best for business, it becomes a faction or not. Mm-hmm. Like, that's what I just caught that, and I was like, oh, bro, you've been using lines lately, like almost as hints, like little, like, nuggets. So whether it's just a tease or whether it's true, I really want to see how that show will end, which is going to be hard for me because I'm on vacation. So I'm not back till Sunday. So I'm really trying. I'm gonna try to put blinders up as much as possible and not read anything.
Warren says Punk versus Cena at SummerSlam, which I mean I like the idea, but SummerSlam's all the way in August. It looks like so that's like 4 months after this. I don't know if we're gonna get Cena that far out.
That's a good storyline, though. It is good versus evil. Like that's a good matchup, actually. I think Punk can bring a lot more out of. That's good because they had some runs. They had some decent matches. So
it's a good way to end Cena's career too.
And Punk did say that. I saw an interview recently where he said one of his top 3 matches ever was against Cena on a Raw, and it wasn't even like a pay-per-view. It was like right at the end of his first run. Him and Cena had like a Raw match where he was sick. He called it his Jordan Game 6 flu game. And he's like, I was sick of everybody at that point. I was literally sick physically, and I think it was the best match that me and him had ever. So maybe that's a prelude. Like that'd be kind of cool. Yeah, man, it's gonna again like overall. I'm underwhelmed by the overall. I don't know. It's like I guess I'm feeling 2 nights now. Now that that's the end thing at WrestleMania, that he's just adding these extra matches that nobody really gives a f about. They're fillers. Like there's a lot of filler matches. It's like, all right, man, I guess. And again, like for me, those tag team matches, like there's enough good teams out there. You should be able to have some quality tag team division
it's almost
matches.
like a long ass Raw show where they used to just have some random tag teams out there for, not even jobbers or anything like that. But I'm saying you'd have like the New Age Outlaws fighting like whoever the hell.
Yeah. Of course, you're interviewing Klay Thompson. That's great.
Anyway.
Yeah. And how brutal is SmackDown now that it's 3 hours? It's not even the stronger of the two. Like, if you're going to do the 3 hours, then it should always be Raw to me. It's like, I don't know what they're doing with that. Like,
it wasn't as bad, during the Attitude Era because there was one show. You were going up against WCW and you had that 3 hour, that block on USA, but I don't know, I catch the highlights.
Yeah, it's
a lot to keep track of now, especially when you consider a lot of the superstars go down to NXT to do something, and then you got all these other stuff. So many wonderful memories. You're right, Nick. So many.
Nick, make sure you check in tomorrow because I want to make sure your mental health is still good, bro. I don't want you to go. Don't go drinking too much.
He's ready to offer Monty a new 10-year deal.
Bro, I know people don't. I hope I'm 100% wrong. I really expect Vivek to give him an extension, even after this. Like, I really think that Wes is going to be used as a scapegoat, and he's going to be like, "Well, I think Monty's ready to run the reins himself and not be, held down by Wes." Like, I'm
telling you, they expect it. They're running it back. I mean,
are they running it back because they want to, or because they really don't have a lot of chance?
I don't think they have anywhere to go right now, and unless they blow the team up, which Vivek won't do, I don't think. There's a very real possibility that this team looks pretty similar to what we ended the season with.
And other than Drew, because God, I love Drew, and I know he messes with us a lot, but I like that, deep down, he supports our fandom, not necessarily the Kings, right? But our fandom. But these insufferable ones, man, they're gonna have a field day after today, and rightfully so, to be honest. I can't even. I'm glad Bonte's not on tomorrow morning. That's all I can say. But it's like, bro, come on, man. Yeah, again, I say it. Like, even if you were gonna lose tonight, like, not like this, man.
This is embarrassing.
Hey, Spectre, Monty doesn't deserve the Redfin password, honestly.
Yeah.
Hell no.
I bet you they don't, bro. That's not his MO. Like, if he does, cool. Kudos for having the balls to do it. But it's never been his MO to do that, ever. And it's been worse than this. And that's never been his MO, even in the darkest years. So you can't get me to buy into that until I actually see it. Just can't.
Like what Kels was saying right there, Nico Harris making Monty, look bad. Nico Harris, though, I will say this. You could actually see it might be a bad plan, but it was a plan.
Mhm.
To pair Anthony Davis. Hopefully you're getting good Anthony Davis with Kyrie. You saw at least his plan on what he was planning.
Mhm.
Monty, what the hell?
And not only that, like at the end of the day, too, like as much as Nico's taking heat, best believe there's people above him that were just as responsible.
Oh, yeah. It wasn't just him. Yeah.
Like even that press conference, they're saying that he didn't even want to do that. It was management telling him to play the role. So at the end of the day, man, like, yeah, Nico's the GOAT, right? He is the scapegoat right now, but it goes beyond him for that. He could have probably got better, and he hinged his money on. Well, look, his team's going to the next part anyway. So what am I? They advanced.
I dare Domas to ask for some clarity tomorrow. It's like because we
What did
saw
he finish with?
he was clearly shit today.
Let me see. I closed it out. Hold on.
I didn't even bother to see if he did anything in the second half. So
He finished with 13 rebounds, 11 points, and 5 assists.
Wow.
That's hot garbage, bro.
DeMar ended up 33 points. Zach LaVine, 20 points. Keegan Murray, 9 points, 6 rebounds.
Team is crap, man. There needs to be so many wholesale changes.
Is this not the same thing we've been saying all year about this team?
Yeah, this ain't it, man.
I know
Again,
Case
like
to take a little bit of heat, but man, he was dead wrong about this team being tough.
this ain't tough, bro. I really think a lot of opinions were meant well in the sense of like we tried to project what we wanted them to be. Even when they were playing bad, it's like it's projecting the toughness, projecting a lot of things because that's what we were hoping. Even in this game, like wishing that they show some toughness, wishing that they could get past Dallas and get to Ja and his hobbling self, and then wishing they just get past that one. And then even if they lose 4 to OKC, hey, we made it to that seed, but they did exactly what they've been doing all year. They underachieved.
6. Sabonis had 5 turnovers.
It's brutal, man. Klay Thompson had 23 points. 50-year-old Klay Thompson shot 5 for 7 from 3-point line and had 23 points. Jesus. What did Najee have? Well, he had 9, so he didn't really do much in the second half. And look, man, y'all can talk about this man all you want to. Y'all say he didn't fit the team, blah, 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 all this and that. DeMar shot 13 for 28 and had 33 points. The man showed up and did what he'd just been doing all year, providing offense. He might not do some of the things that you wish. Again, you're asking him to do things that's not what he did what you brought him to do. He dropped 33 and shot it at a decent proficiency. He shot 2 for 5 from the 3-point line. That's better than damn near everybody else. So you can say what you want about the man. He had 7 rebounds. So say what you want, man. Yeah, DeMar did his job.
We won every quarter except for that second quarter.
Their defense was the same as it was all year. The man shot 50%. They shot 50% from 3-point land. 50%.
That game really lost in the second quarter.
Bro, again, like even Valanciunas had 1 rebound. Like everything he only played 10 minutes. So that I don't get either. Like I don't understand him only playing 10 minutes after everything he's been doing the last couple of weeks. So that's kind of puzzling. But yeah,
I swear if somebody says we're missing Jake LaRavia.
Yeah, he would have solved the problem.
Man,
he would have solved 20.
Going to sign for $10 million, something he could go to. I don't care about Jake LaRavia.
I mean, I'd like to keep him. I think he has potential, but he's not a savior.
I'm kind of tongue in cheek saying that. I'm kind of
I get it,
but it's like, dude, that's the least of their worries right now.
I swear. Look, this is coming from an outsider. Y'all can't. I'm gonna say it only one time because I don't want to say it like group everybody. But goddamn, y'all King fans love the most obscure 2.5 average points a game players in the history of the NBA, man. Like,
can't lose John Brockman.
Oh no, Iman Shumpert, he was going to be the next coming. Like, look, I understand loving players and even the obscure player, but you putting stock into look, Laravia is a fine player. I think on the right team, he is a great piece to have. He is not a game changer. Okay, he wasn't going to win you this game or keep you within 5 or any of that. He probably would have had some decent numbers, cool, played some defense, cool. He wasn't saving the team.
If he's one of your key guys off the bench, you're not very good.
Yeah, not right now. Yeah.
Not right now.
I will say I do hope they resign him. And I think
I'd like to see how he works out.
And to see him develop, But yeah, no, he's not the reason the Kings aren't in the playoffs anymore. So playing in playoffs, whatever. Oh man, it's just it's just been a weird, very bad year, man.
Then we get to be depressed tomorrow when we listen to D-Lo and Casey.
Yeah.
Hey man, I gotta get going pretty soon, man.
No, we're good. We can probably do a little bit more. We could be more sad next Wednesday because we're gonna have to recap some of the season and stuff and talk about draft and all that kind of stuff. But I'll put something together. We'll get it done. But thanks y'all. Thank you guys for coming on. And at least we got wrestling in, right? Sorry, Katrina. We got some wrestling in. So
next week we can talk to Tasha about wrestling.
Yeah, we'll recap. Oh, we'll recap Wrestlemania next week. There you go. Hey, man, we had 489 people in here, so that's awesome. So thank y'all for joining us and putting up with us. Don't forget to like. Sorry too. Forget to hit those thumbs up and subscribe and check us out. We'll be back next Wednesday at 8:00. I guess I should have the song ready, right? But nobody else was ready today, so.
Hey, Dave and I were ready.
Not you guys. I'm talking about the team. There's no need to get all.
Nope.
All right, y'all. Peace.
Chatty house. We ballin', boy. We going up at the Chatty house. We talk about it all, bring the family out. Sub to the channel, hit the likes now. And we only going up when the lights down. Yeah, we just getting started. Ain't no party like a Chatty house party. We just getting started. Ain't no party like a Chatty house party.